Welcome back to Unmuted by GosuGamers, a podcast that takes a closer look at the esports world. And yes, we're still talking about M3 World Championship with the groups, with all the groups that are being drawn. We already know who's fighting against who. We're gonna dive right into the groups and we're gonna look at the matchup. We're gonna look at which group is the group of death, which group is the so-called the I would say like honeymoon or like a one-sided group. Which if we're following the alphabetical order, we will be starting with Group A, which is the pretty much one-sided group.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that it's not fun. Okay, so in Group A, we have Blacklist, where Blacklist, I would say the number one favorite, the hot favorite to win it all. Jared, am I right? Or are you
Yep. I
like
don't think I have any. I can't disagree with that.
okay.
Okay. Blacklist, yeah.
All right. So we have Blacklist, and then we have Red Canids from I think the champions of MPL Brazil. It's very interesting because Red Canids they were actually got knocked down to low bracket. I think on day 2 of the playoffs, or at least second round of the playoff, and they fought their way through. And I watched their gameplay. Very interesting team. Very counter initiative type. Like I mean, they're not the super aggressive, but they're really good at like baiting people. So it will be interesting on how they can do well or not in this group. And we also have Malvinas MBG, right? I hope I'm getting it right.
I don't think I can do it any better.
Yes, Malvinas Gaming from Latin America.
That's American.
If I'm not mistaken, the organization is Argentinian organization,
Yes.
but all the players are Peruvian.
Peruvian. Yeah.
Yeah, all the players.
Which
But
is
the
pretty
coach
cool.
is the coach and the manager are Argentinians.
Yeah.
Argentines, but then the all the players, all 5 of them are from Peru. And last but definitely not least, we also have Badel from Turkey. And
Turkey.
yeah, Badel. Let's just address, I would say Blacklist first. Do you think they will cruise it through like 3-0, no problem, or yeah?
Look, I mean, I've loved to like see. Oh, I would love to see these teams cause an upset, but Blacklist are at another level right now, and they got drafted into a group with technically, and I don't mean this in a bad way, lower teams. You're going for a 2-time winner of their own league, MPL Philippines. Yes, they
Arguably
lost.
one of the strongest league in the world. Arguably, like the top two league in the world. Yeah,
Probably,
yeah.
and probably the actual favorites for the tournament. Actually, like I don't want to say probably, they are definitely the favorites to this tournament. Considering that a PH team has won before,
Yeah.
Blacklist has now come in where
They
Brainy
have the chance to be back-to-back champions for Philippines. Yeah,
exactly. Brainy Sports aren't there now. Brainy Sports have
they're
a
past the
lot of work
torch.
to do,
Yeah.
but Blacklist don't have a lot of work to do. Blacklist are all there. There's nothing about this team that is
Yeah.
missing.
I assume they will be bringing all their main lineup and probably Esson with them as their 6 man.
Oh, definitely.
Because if I'm not mistaken, based on sources, I know that I think they are allowed 6 players.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they are allowed to bring 7 or 8, but yeah, at the very least 6. So yeah, with that case, I think they should stick to the main roster plus Esson. And
will they? I mean, will they ever substitute anyone? No one's gonna be.
Well, you never know. I mean, because sometimes
making weird symbols to the camera this time. Hopefully,
yeah. I hope no more suspensions. But the thing is, back to the group stage, yes, they are definitely clear favorites, right? I would say like I'm even putting my money on them, like 90% they will cruise through 3-0. But at the same time, we have to look into it. Like this is a best of 1 round robin. So it's a best of 1 game. So yes, Blacklist they're very good, and their game 1 is usually pretty strong. But sometimes you just need like a misstep in a game, or like maybe even a misdraft. Yeah.
We gotta look at Blacklist and think that generally, or a lot of the time, their game 1, or even let's say sometimes their game 2 is figuring out their opponents. if these opponents do something that they would
Really
never
out of the box,
expect,
yeah.
this is the chance. This is the
Correct.
chance to actually break
Yeah.
that code. This
I mean,
is it.
if
you
you're
pull out,
the if you're the coach
something
of
different,
Red Canids, Badel, or
Red
like if
Candidates, that is the team.
Malvinas, yeah, you have to listen to Jared here. You know, he's the expert of Blacklist now. So yeah, create problems for them and don't try to match up with Blacklist in terms of like their team fights or whatever. Do something weird. Do something weird, mess up
take away
yeah.
Take away Wise's Aldous, but don't actually pick Wise's Aldous if you don't have someone that can play Aldous.
You see, that's the problem with like playing
Yeah.
against like Blacklist, right? They are one of the few teams that can play Aldous well. And
Yes.
if you want to ban Aldous, that's still Yishun Chin. If you ban both, then you're leaving up all the Venus
Exactly.
heroes. You have like
You're
Matilda, like Estes, Rafaela.
we've seen so much from Oh My Venus, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. You can't ban Wise if you're not banning Oh My Venus. They are a duo. There's not enough bans to.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that it's very difficult to draft against Blacklist. I don't have any smart advice. My advice is like ban whatever you feel like, but pick build or create some pocket strats that nobody thought of. Like I don't know, some random Johnson shit, like a Johnson or that if you have to. Just like toss it up, yeah.
Find that perfect counter for Aldous, and if you're gonna leave Aldous open, run it and actually shut
always
down
find I wouldn't say counter, but like Blacklist, they like information, right? They always have like a global either Aldous or Yishun Shin, or if not, they will find other heroes that will be able to provide that kind of vision. Sometimes they'll even toss in the Popo and Koopa and all that. So find something like that. Find like cut. Don't try to cut them off, but try to match them in terms of vision. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
You say that, but I still think that Blacklist are not gonna have a problem at all in this group. I'm sorry to everyone in this group, but you're up against Blacklist International.
You're right. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna disagree with you. All right, now let's move our focus to like I would say the other teams, right? I mean, let's talk about like Red Canids first. So Red Canids, as mentioned earlier, like they weren't the I would say the hot favorite in MPL Brazil to win it all. They were, I would say, definitely they were top 3 even during the regular season in terms of their standings. But they surprised everybody. And all in all, I would say it comes down to yes, individual mechanical skills are there, but their captain Luna, which was also on the press con earlier, just a quick interview. He seems like a very, I would say, a very charismatic person, and from what I hear, like also what I can decipher from the Portuguese media that I can I dug up. Yeah, he's been like holding the ship really well, and they play a very steady mid game. Like they're pretty good at like mid game, and then like creating space for like the jungler, jump style, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Yeah, and they're really good at like they know when to group up and fight, but will know when to group up and fight is also, I would say, the signature of Blacklist.
That's the thing. Look, for this team, I think they surprised they surprised me at least. They were favorites in Brazil, because obviously Brazil. This is not the first time Brazil has had a qualifier for the international tournaments. They have been there before. This time around, they weren't the favorites. They got knocked onto the lower brackets, and they did that amazing lower bracket run where they took down both of the favorites on their way, one in the lower bracket finals and then again in the actual finals. This team aren't to be counted out. They,
I mean, on paper, I would say they should have a very good chance of finishing at top 2 or in the group.
In the group, in this group. Look, Yeah, they obviously everyone has a chance of
Yeah.
taking on Blacklist.
I'm
Everyone has a
definitely not
chance of
looking down
causing an
on
upset.
like Badel from Turkey as well as like Malvinas from Latam, like Latin America. But just that I think comparing the type of growth and
The way they
development you have,
play,
yeah.
the way we've seen them play is just these. This team, even for a team that we've really not seen much of at
Mhm,
all, they are definitely candidates to both take Brazil
mm.
and South America by storm, but also M3. They might not end up winning it, but they have a huge potential for upsets all the way down the line.
Yeah, I think the fun thing about like M3 group stage is that it's the best of one. So
Yes.
you can you can say like yes, Indonesia and Philippines or whatever, yeah, they're the best region, but then it's the
Of
best of
course.
one game, right? So sometimes
Yep.
you just need that little bit of like misplay or a little bit of
It
misdraft,
is. It is
and
that one thing you can
or or
still
or
load.
or ultimately you just need the opposing team to have that perfect game of their life, right? And yeah, then they can cause an upset, and
Mhm.
and which makes things very interesting. But and it doesn't mean that you fall into the lower bracket is always done. I mean, well, technically
Oh,
it's quite bad because the
exactly.
format is 9 days
It
of playoff,
is.
but still, it's
Yeah.
possible to run all the way and win. Um,
Hey, we've seen it
yeah.
before.
We've seen it
Why
before in
not?
different games. We've seen it in like in M2 as well with Brand. They got knocked down to low bracket on the first day or second day of playoff, if I remember. But
Second day of
basically,
playoffs.
but it was
Yeah.
their first playoff game and they got knocked down by Burmese
Hmm.
School, and they met them again in finals and they redeemed themselves.
Absolutely destroyed it, and yeah, I
Okay,
think that's
so
the
I think for every
mitigating
group
factor.
we will try to like have our own prediction. So personally, do you think like if you have to really come up with like a top two and bottom two, which would it be? Yeah.
Uh, Blacklist first, Red second. I'd say Vidal probably third because Vidal looked pretty solid, and then MVG
Yeah.
in last.
I am
This
with
group
you
is
on that.
tough.
Yeah. Because if I remember correctly, there was a Turkish team in M1 as well.
M1,
I
yeah.
don't think that they have. I mean, they made it to Bedell. I cannot remember their names and everything, but at the very least, it showed that yeah, they have
Yeah, they have
the
something.
player pool, they have the talent there, and then they probably if let's say they made it here, they will probably also scrim with them, and they have more preparation. So yeah.
If nothing else for these smaller teams, it gives Moonton a chance to say, hey, wait, uh, let's go
Mm.
there. Because
Well,
now we have Brazil with the MPL. So hey, maybe next a lot
it's
of these small
happening.
teams,
I mean,
yeah.
they announced MPL MENA, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's Middle East and North Africa. Well, not South Africa.
Exactly.
Unfortunately for you, Jared.
Sorry.
Well, maybe one day
Sorry,
it could
guys.
be MPL MENASA. I don't know. Yeah.
You can't draft me into your team yet, guys. Soon,
Well,
though.
yeah, but
Soon.
it's getting closer to you. It's getting closer. Yeah.
If
So
you
now,
want a
so it's
really good jungle saber, I'll be there.
yeah. So MPL Middle East North Africa will be happening soon. I think next year.
I
So
guess
that's
next
great.
year, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
great.
Yeah.
So to end it up, I mean to end up this. I mean sorry to close up this group A prediction. Personally, I don't see anyone that can upset Blacklist. I have a feeling Malvinas might surprise us because yeah, there like I said,
Okay.
there's MPL Brazil, right? And it's very close to them. It's in the same region, so
They
they will be
are,
able to
yeah.
scrim with the other teams that if that couldn't make it to M3. So at the very least, I think their preparation will still be pretty alright.
As good, yeah.